Hello everyone, this is Light in the Darkness. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. Today I want to talk to you about remembrance. We need to remember all that God has done for us. Oftentimes we forget everything that God has done for us because we're all wrapped up in the things that we want and what we think we need, when in reality God has given us everything that we need. We live in such a fast-paced society that we always want the newest and greatest thing or gadget that comes out, but we really don't need it. God has brought us a long way without all the newest and greatest things and gadgets that are out there, and we cannot forget what God has done for us. Today's verses are Psalm 77:11 and 12, and they say, I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember thy wonders of old. I will meditate also of all thy work and talk of thy doings. These verses say that we should remember the works of the Lord. How could we forget all the great miracles, signs, and wonders that he has done? We need to meditate, think, and remember all the things that the Lord has done for us. We want so much from God that we forget all the things that he has already done. Not only do we need to remember what God has done for us personally, we also have to remember the things that God has done for the people in the Bible. When we remember the things that God did for the people in the Bible, we see the things that he has already done and that he can do again, and he will do them again. Everything that God has done, he can do it again. We need to realize the full power of God and what he can do and what he has done. If God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, then everything that he has done, he can do it again. How can we forget the great things that God has done in the Bible, like parting the Red Sea, sending the plagues of Egypt, dying for us, and many other things that he has done for us? We see that God has done great things, and yet we still somehow find ways to doubt him. It reminds me of the Israelites. The Israelites were slaves in Egypt, and God sent Moses to free them. But God hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he refused to let God's people go. Then God sent plagues that finally led to Pharaoh letting the people go. But then Pharaoh got angry, and he chased the Israelites. But God was with his people, and God parted the Red Seas. And when Pharaoh and his men tried to pass through, God brought the waters down on Pharaoh and his men. After seeing all these great things, all these great miracles that God has done for the Israelites, you would think they would never doubt him again. But that wasn't the case. It's hard for me to think that God's chosen people that had seen all the great things that God did, but they still doubted him. But then I'm reminded that we have all read these stories in the Bible, but in our own lives we do the exact same thing. We know what God can do and what he has done, and yet we still have our doubts. We want so much from God that we forget all that he has already done for us. We cannot forget what God has done for us. We can't let ourselves get wrapped up in our own matters and forget what God has done for us and where he's brought us from. I hope you all have enjoyed this video and that it helps you realize that we can't forget what God has done for us. I hope to see you all here next week, and until then, keep on letting your light shine.